The INFJ's insane psychological trick of acting dumb to others. What are INFJs? Well, it is described in the Myers-Briggs Type indicator publications as one of the 16 personality types and is believed to be the rarest type of them all. The acronym stands for introversion, intuition, feeling more prioritized than logic and judgment over perception. INFJs are characterized by their quiet and reserved attitude, thus limiting their interaction within a close circle of acquaintances. They happen to use their hearts a lot, as personal feelings and social considerations play an important role in the decision-making process of these personalities. They thus tend to be more abstract than realistic. What is MBTI? The MBTI is loosely based on an influential theory of psychological types proposed by the Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung in 1921. It is founded on his speculation that people experience the world by the dint of 4 psychological functions, namely sensation, intuition, feeling, and thinking. Every person is unique in having one of these 4 functions as dominant over the other 3. This results in the creation of 4 categories of people, namely introversion or extroversion, sensing or intuition, thinking or feeling, and judging or perceiving. Let's look into the INFJ type. About INFJ. INFJs tend to be reserved and rarely come out of their shell, making it difficult for society to get to know them. They possess an unusually rich inner life, but do not tend to share their reactions except with the few they trust. Because of their vulnerability due to their oversensitive nature, INFJs can be hurt rather easily by others' actions, which is one of the reasons behind their opting to be private people. People who may have known an INFJ for many years may still be surprised to discover new sides of their personality emerging. However, INFJs must not be considered inconsistent. Instead, they tend to be very consistent and value integrity over callousness. Their personalities happen to be very convoluted and complex, which at times may be puzzling to even them. As students, INFJs are usually very excellent achievers who exhibit unostentatious creativity. They consider their work as their responsibility and hence take it very seriously and strive to enjoy the academic activity. They may exhibit qualities of over-perfectionism and put extra effort into a task than what is expected and justified by the nature of the task. However, they are not born to be leaders, but will rather choose to quietly exert influence from behind the scenes. INFJs like to please others with their actions and tend to contribute their finest efforts in all situations. They prefer intermixing and enjoy being amicable with society, finding conflict extremely disagreeable and potentially destructive. They have strong imagination power and create vivid imaginations both in memory and intuition, culminating in them being seen as mystical by others. Psychological reasons for acting dumb. While it is believed that acting dumb is one of the techniques behind the door slam, there could be plenty of other reasons behind this phenomenon. One of the core reasons is to be relatable to others in society. INFJ are expected to have a vivid inner world that they are too shy to open up to others. They may consider them to be too complex or too difficult for others to comprehend and accept, which may lead to them acting dumb. In a typical setup, INFJs often rank as the wise owl of the group and are looked at by others as the philosopher and disciplinarian of the organization. It happens mainly due to their profound choices and their desire of searching a deep meaning in everything they encounter in their life. People come to them seeking advice, and while this attitude can result in an INFJ feeling proud, it can also make them feel alienated from society. They fail to intermingle with their coworkers, as they often get the title of the bookworm or the dictionary of the group. They may feel like an outcast because of their exalted knowledge and get the idea that the human inside them is not being respected enough. This may lead to them acting dumb so as to step down from the high position they hold and attempt to mingle with the others better. Often, the INFJs suffer from generalizations of the society which perceive them as the serious and incorruptible one of the group. An INFJ, like any other personality, has a humorous and naughty side to them as well, and many times, they want others to see that as well. However, their attempts at opening up may be perceived weird or extraordinary by the others, which may prove to be catastrophic to their move at socialization. Hence, they attempt at playing dumb so that the others understand that they are not the serious boss that is often portrayed, but rather another human being who has emotions and enjoys hanging out with others. Many times, especially when working as a team, INFJs are compelled into acting dumb so as to propel their teamwork potential. All the team members in any team are expected to be of similar skill sets and perseverance limits. In this case, thinking outside the box or acting as the know-it-all guy doesn't ensure good dividends. They feel that by acting dumb and limiting their abilities to imagine, they would be able to intermix better and propel their team forward. INFJs are born compassionate. They feel for others and are ready to go the distance for the welfare of others in the society. This can many a times force them to act as dumb so as to inspire others to do better. It is believed that a person's lifestyle, perspectives, and habits are not relatable. He can't be the model of the society, notwithstanding his profound knowledge and superior capabilities. If he wants a person to do better, he has to come down and be at the same level as the person. The INFJs can also act dumb if they want others to open up to them more. Being wiser than most, it is usually a childhood experience for an INFJ to be considered the righteous and infallible one. His opinions are often considered to be supreme and final, allowing no area of discussion. This could be perceived as detrimental to a group project and can even be insulting to the INFJ. Hence, by playing dumb, they try to act to be on the same decibel as the other person and try to foster a healthy discussion and sharing of ideas. What's slamming the door? As per the English Oxford Dictionary, slamming refers to closing a door with unnecessary force, usually an indication of pent-up anger. It means to cut off an offending person from one's life and is very common with INFJs as they tend to sever relationships with greater frequency than other personalities owing to their overly sensitive nature. They tactfully block out their emotions and convince themselves that the individual doesn't have an existence in society anymore. The aim is to demote the person from the position of a revered friend to that of a stranger among the 8 billion people residing on Earth. The dominant psychology behind this act is that actions by strangers, notwithstanding however reckless and inhumane they may be, are expected to cause less emotional stress in one's life than some close friend or relative. One important factor about the slamming the door act is that it is not motivated purely by hatred against a person. Rather, it is barely a means of self-protection and self-healing after a perceived toxic relationship. The INFJs try to diminish the person's importance to nothingness to be able to look forward to a day devoid of toxicity. Why do they slam the door? The probable reason is the undue exploitation of their caring nature by others. Their selflessness and compassionate attitude are used by people who act as parasites to achieve their selfish ends, which may range from asking for petty favors to sacrifices that may affect their lives drastically in the long run. Owing to their introverted and quiet nature, people tend to dominate them, especially narcissists, the group of people who thrive on control and dominance. Also, despite living a simple, straightforward lifestyle, INFJs have a knack for authentic relationships, which is often too much to ask for nowadays. They prefer a single proper friend to countless others and usually invest all their emotional energy in that one special person. Their feelings may not be reciprocated, leading to the creation of a toxic relationship that one may want to get rid of as quickly as possible. Why is this behavior considered the same as acting dumb? It is believed that this slamming the door trick is a method of acting dumb. The key idea is that bullies will leave aside a dumb and boring object and go for something more interesting. How do they achieve it? They do this by pretending not to know the person that has emotionally disturbed them. They try to ignore the person and become cold to the person's proposals and feelings. This makes them look dumb to society. Thus, they even decrease their social position temporarily to achieve their goal. This shows the desperation of the INFJs and the distance they are willing to go to protect themselves. So, have you slammed the door on someone because he was annoying? What emotional abuse did you have to cope with? Comment below. As always, like and share this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates on psychology.